I'm back with more area model fun. We're gonna still work with movie theaters with our little bear friends here, but this time we're gonna make a bigger movie theater. So I'm gonna have one that's gonna be 3 rows with 12 seats in each row. Now here's the screen again. But if I'm gonna put 12 in each row, I could do that with these, but it's gonna take me forever because that's a lot. So instead, I'm gonna take a shortcut. I have these, which are, if you know anything about 10 sticks or 10 rods, this is a pack of 10. There's 10 squares, so 10 seats in this part, in this little piece. So I'm gonna put 10 down, 11, 12. That's my first row. And then I'm gonna do it again. I need 3 rows, 10, 11, 12. I'm gonna do it again, 10, 11, 12. Now the cool thing about this is that I still have 3 rows. I have my bears sitting in the front row. These 2 are in the back talking again. This one always likes the second row because the first row is a little too close. And what we're gonna do is the same thing we did before, is we're gonna try to make this into an area model. But I'm really kind of feeling stressed about trying to draw all of the seats because it's gonna take me a long time. So what I'm gonna do first is make just the big giant box, just like I did in the last one. And I'm gonna label it. I have 3 rows. So 1, 2, 3 right here. And I do have 12 seats in each row. So I could write a 12, but I have an idea because I don't know how to skip count by 12s. I know how to skip count by 3s, but I think it's gonna take me a while. So I'm gonna actually separate my 10s and my 1s. I'm just gonna put a line right there because now I can see in this section right here, without looking at this one, I have 10 seats in each row. And in this section, without looking at the big section, I have 2 seats in each row. Now, when I pull these away, I remember from before when I practiced my smaller movie theater, that really there are squares inside of here, but right now there aren't. So I can either draw some in or I can imagine it. So if I was gonna imagine it, this means there's 3 10s right here. And this one means there's 3 2s right here. So if I can't imagine it, because that's too hard for my brain, I could just draw the 10 stick. So this is like this, 10, 20, 30. This one is 2, 4, 6. Sometimes you have to draw it like this to help you remember. But if you don't need to draw it, this is again the shortcut that a lot of people like to make because they don't really need all these squares or dots or lines. They will use number sentences. So same as before, they don't do any drawings of all the squares, but instead they use a shortcut. So in this case, I know again that I have 3 rows with 10 in each row. Whenever I write that number sentence, 3 rows with 12 in each row, that times symbol means the word with. So I have 3 rows with 10 in each row. I know that 10 plus 10 plus 10, or 10, 20, 30, or 3 times 10 equals 30. And in this section's a little smaller, but I still have 3 rows with 2 in each row. So I would write it like this, 3 times 2. I know that at 2, 4, 6, it equals 6. Now I just need to know how much I have all together. So I'm gonna take this number in this section and this number in this section, and I'm gonna put them together to figure out that I have 36 seats in my big movie theater.